Australia, Mick from Cape Cod, yeah. One brings the wild ideas, one brings that Sydney swagger. Sometimes they vibe, sometimes they clash, then they laugh it off and it comes right back. Manners and Mick, they're miles apart. Good fun, good chatting, they're all hard. They're Manners and Mick, they're miles apart. Come on in, it's time to start. One says go, the other says nah. What? Then they both crack up. Big opinion, small little Aussie, that's the whole thing, yeah. Talk big, laugh loud, shake it out, turn it up now. Ooh, 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 ooh. Manners and Mick, yeah, Manners and Mick. Good fun, good chatting, that's the trick. Manners and Mick, yeah, Manners and Mick. Yeah, come on in, let's get into it. Manners and Mick, they're miles apart. Manners and Mick, now it's time to start. Oh.
What a banging theme song from Murchison's Mouse for this show.
It's the greatest song I've ever heard. That's legitimately the greatest song I've ever heard. Wow. Unbelievable job from the mouse. Thank you so much. Patreoner, by the way. But that's the best intro song in podcasting. Am I wrong? Are you correct?
Absolutely. He's knocked it out of the park.
Wow. Manners and Mick. I'm going to be singing that all day.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Man. That takes away from how mad I am at you and how angry and how bad of a week we've had. That gives me a little pick-me-up here. I feel good. Yeah. I feel good now.
It would be an awkward conversation with Murchison's Mouse if you quit the show now.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Please don't rob me from the Patreon money. We'll just say that. Yeah. It's okay though. It's okay. I know you got a scheme. It's all right. Go ahead.
Yeah, Murchison's Mouse. Can you just rewrite it with like Manners and Kane or Manners and Facts?
Manners and Kane.
And miles apart. That works.
So
yeah, it's been a tough week. Mouse. So thank you, Murchison's Mouse.
Yeah, really thanks to the mouse. Thank you to the mouse. Me and you have had a tough week, haven't we?
Yeah. Yeah, I will update you. I've unmuted you now on both X accounts.
Why are you doing that? Why would you mute me on our own show account?
Yeah, that was probably a step too far. I think muting you on my own account is reasonable. But I was just emotional. You were annoying the shit out of me. I'd heard that.
What did I do?
Well, you put that tweet out saying that basically my solo episode on the Patreon was shit and was like Manners Live. It was a shit show.
Well, I didn't say it was shit. I said it was shit content for what we're trying to do, because just a week before you and I agreed we're trying to move past the KMS recaps. You then go do 6 minutes on Miles Apart and then 40 minutes on KMS. A little ridiculous. If I'm not saying I had the greatest podcast ever. I didn't have an
audio diary. I explained
it. I didn't have a good show. Listen, I didn't have a good show myself, but at least there was 20 minutes on Miles Apart.
Yes.
There was no bullshit. You know what I mean? So why do you not want to talk about this show? Are you interested in this show?
No, I didn't have as much to say as you did, because I feel like I've expressed all my feelings pretty clearly in the past shows. And I also just didn't want to get, really dig into you too much, because I know you're a little bit more sensitive than I am. So I thought I'll just go easy. And also I did really want to just, while I remember it all, just get it all out, my trip in Laconia. It wasn't KMS. I was talking about my whole trip. I think to narrow it down to KMS is kind of a little bit absurd. Like, I didn't go into detail about KMS. It was a KMS trip, but I just, so that triggered me. On top of that shitty episode, my Mad Manners is clearing up all the lies you said in that solo episode. I'm glad only 30.
Well, hey, at least I talked about the show, so you could pick from. I can't even pick from anything that you said. You were like, "Yeah, Mick's hard to work with. He's crazy, but it's fun." Moving on, KMS, the weekend in Laconia. Like, Jesus Christ, this is what I get to pick from. Go ahead, go.
So you want me to get straight into the Mad Menors?
Sure, I'm going to disagree with all of them, but yeah. But just to be clear, the assignment was do a solo show talking about the first month of Miles Apart, what it's like to work with, and so on, right? And you did none of that. I'm not saying
I did some of it. I did 10 minutes of it. So.
Okay, maybe. All right, fine. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go Mad Men.
I didn't know we were like keeping minutes of like what percentages of.
If you listened to that show, you would thought it was Menors Live or Mina Fandom.
So you did 20 minutes on the show. I did 10 minutes on the show, and I did half an hour extra content.
No. You're not spinning this. You're not spinning this. You're the KMS recap guy until otherwise. This is what you're trying to turn the show into. I see your vision. The moment the show came back, your eyes lit up, and you asked me.
We're not talking about KMS.
Apart? Okay.
We're not talking about KMS. I'm not even sure I can do the show with you because we met through KMS, so that's awkward.
Okay.
But,
all right.
Just
what are you mad about?
Do you like I put the vest on for today?
Yes. You
almost shirt. Got a new Ben Sherman shirt that I actually ordered online.
It looks silky. Is it a silky shirt?
Yeah.
Wow.
It is kind of silky, actually. It's a nice soft material for those watching on. Anyway,
how about this?
So it's basically you fucking annoyed me, and I was just like, I need a break from Mick. And when I muted you, it was just like, this is just going to be like for 48 hours, so I don't do something rash. And then, yeah. So the thing with the Mad Men, the things that annoyed me in your,
I don't believe that. By the way, I don't believe that, and the listeners don't either, for the record, because we put a poll out to the Twitter audience. And a heavy majority said it was because I was posting content with who we know you love probably more than me. You're obsessed. So a lot of people thought that the content pushed you over the edge. Do you have a response to that?
Absolutely not. I'm just a good friend of MM's, and certainly happy to see you guys together. Interesting. Have a listen to this. She called into the show today.
This is Mick's girlfriend.
Okay.
I'm somewhere down the Cape. Please. Send help.
Okay. Will do. Thanks for the call.
I'll play the game. Yeah, you're great. You're the best.
All right. Okay, so the things that annoy me on that show, you lied about two things, and then one was confusing. The first thing you lied about was you said you could not trust me because when we'd been arguing, I'd said stuff about I said nothing about I said
that's not what I said. That's not what I said, Dill Sprigg. What I said was I can't trust you because you're going to try to use people in my life to trigger me. I didn't say you said anything disgusting about her. I said you and I were having a heated debate. And you decide, imagine if we were having a heated debate, all of a sudden I bring up your girlfriend or something. You'd be like, shut the fuck up. We're not talking about that. We're talking about Miles Apart. You did that to get under my skin. So I said, if I'm going to work with somebody who's going to try to get under my skin with people that I care about, I don't want to do that. And I don't think you want to do that. I think you were doing that thinking that it's funny. But I mean, I know you like to push buttons. I know you're a fucking asshole. But it can be fun and it can be funny for a show. I'm just asking, let's not take it to the level of, going after wives and girlfriends when you and I are having our own issues.
Oh, absolutely. I would never go after And I was just going after you because you seemed a little bit rattled by how close and I are. And obviously, you was okay. So thanks. So you clarified it there. You don't like me using your love.
Just anyone. Yeah. You
made it sound like I went after Like I didn't say anything.
I didn't say that. I see you took it that
you
way.
Insinuated you couldn't trust me. I'd go below the belt.
Well, I think you will. I think when you get a little angry, you see right now you seem in a good state. This past week you didn't, and this is as somebody who at once is a friend, and I still do care about you, but I don't. I think for a moment I was a little worried. I have that on my list. Is Menors okay? Because you seem better today, but this past week you didn't seem great.
Yeah, well, I wasn't. I mean, I was annoyed. I was
Like I put one tweet
and
out
then-
there. Menners, it was one tweet and you muted me. I mean, it wasn't a hard tweet. I said, we're doing KMS recap again. I didn't say fuck off. I hate this guy. Anything crazy. I was like, I gave you a little shit and you said muted me. What? I host the show. Jesus Christ.
That's true. And then it was on top of so the MM stuff annoyed me. And then you lied, like you lied about Nurse Kim stuff because I actually never brought anything up about Nurse Kim. Really, you brought up the joke that was said in Spaces to ridicule her and to bring that to a bigger platform because the maniac gave it to you. Like,
so wait a second. No,
respectful.
No, this is nuts. You're blaming me for the comment that you said because I called you out on your bullshit. You're saying
because I didn't say it on the show. I didn't say it on the show. It was in a space.
But you said it.
An unrecorded space that, and you didn't.
Listen,
you didn't need to bring it up.
No. Because what was happening was you were pretending that Nurse Kim was. I have Nurse Kim's back here because you were trying to act. Like
I have it back too.
You were trying to act like she was a lunatic for getting upset at you, and you're like, "Why? What did I do?" And I go, "Well, you said this, that, and the other." I was pointing out your
one joke in Spaces that was kind of funny.
You also said a couple here on this show, but listen, I guess you and the Montantes can take that up. That's their problem.
I just you're the one that brought that joke to a bigger platform to embarrass Nurse Kim.
No, never. I would never do that. I defended her.
Okay. And the last one was, I think your messaging around the KMS talk has been confusing because sometimes you say you think it should all be on this show, and then sometimes you say it should be on the Minifan Network or whatever.
If there's something worth talking about in the KMS world, we can talk about it here.
Okay.
But you doing your 7th recap of the Laconia weekend is crazy. We don't need to hear that. I'm not even saying it's bad content. It's just like, what are we trying to be Menners Live? Are we trying to be the Minifan Network? Yes. Are we trying to do miles apart stuff? Like, that's my confusion.
Okay. Well, I don't see the confusion. Are you the judge of what's worthwhile then?
No, I'm saying, do you think it's good for a show who's trying to build their own thing to constantly recap and talk about another show all the time?
No, I totally agree with that. But I think doing something behind Patreon that's a bonus episode where I talk about a trip in great detail, there's nothing wrong with that. Like I wasn't even really talking about KMS apart from my.
You do recall before your crash out with Andy Mayo, you said that you were going to do an exclusive episode with him and stuff like that.
Yeah, but we talked about that. But then you said no, you wanted it on this show. But then you said you don't want like KMS.
Where are the documents? I thought you were analyzing. I mean, I'm still waiting for them.
Okay, well, we'll do it next show.
But don't you agree that we don't need to recap the show or recap what they're doing unless there's something we're talking about? Now, this week, I think there's a topic that we could hit on. I think there's something worth talking about.
You decide what. Okay, well, just hit me up with what's acceptable.
There's nothing. Okay. I will. How about that? I will. I'll make sure to do that. Okay.
And the only absolutely. And the only thing I will say is so that was the stuff that annoyed me in the solo episode.
I mean, everything about your episode annoyed me other than the part about miles apart. Everything you said about me, I didn't get annoyed about that because at least you're talking about us. I was like, hey, whatever. At least I'm hearing about miles apart. I think you're getting a little confused with the people that know you from KMS. And I think a lot of people have gotten in your head thinking, oh, Mick and Menners can only talk about KMS. They're KMS centric. Who fucking cares? We'll build off. This is our 6th episode. Like we're going to build. We're going to be fine. We're going to have our own people. We're going to have our own thing going. We just got to be able to have confidence in that. Like, I don't want to just rely on, going back to KMS, talking about what Clemmer's doing. Like, let's try to do our own thing.
Okay. Well, I agree. I was just talking about my holiday for our wonderful Patreon supporters.
You make me sound like a monster. You know what I'm saying.
You were just being annoying. You were just like waving. I don't know. I think you had a few drinks. You were tired.
I'm glad you said that. I'm glad I saw that tweet go out from our own account, by the way, which muted me. So clearly the account's against me. But yeah, you tweeted out saying that I was drinking before. I was not drinking. I absolutely was not. If anything, the opposite. I was probably hungover and sunburnt. But no drinking going on. And I will say, not just for me. You're not going to believe this. And I don't want to. I feel like every time I say this, you think I know what I'm talking about. Maybe not here. Someone close to me told me that You looked a little wobbly in that Patreon episode. Maybe it was the no glasses. I don't know what time you recorded it at. Were you a little fried? What was going on?
No, it was like 11. It was like
All right.
11 a.m. in the morning or something.
All right. All right.
You know me, my eyes. I can have 8 hours sleep, and my eyes look like haven't slept. It's just like that's all anyone talked about when I was in the US was how I look tired all the time. Look now. I mean, it is late now, but
yeah, but see that I don't know that maybe it was the lighting. I think it was the lighting. Maybe it was a different lighting you had going. Were you in? It wasn't the background. That was right. It wasn't the wood.
Yeah, it was a different. I was just sitting.
That's
in the
probably why.
chair. Yep.
Okay. The producer.
Anyway, and the other thing is that's annoying me. Can you stop? You sent me. I don't know if you were drunk or so, but don't send me messages saying find a new co-host because
no,
I don't need
I
that
wholeheartedly
bullshit.
mean this. I wholeheartedly mean this. You had made it sound like that I had full access like you did, which means 50.
Well, okay.
I didn't.
You do.
I didn't.
You do.
I do now.
Yeah.
I do now. But can't you see my confusion where true or false, every single account other than the Patreon was set up on the Miles Apart email?
Yeah.
So then the one account that's not is in your name that you have full access to. I'm not saying you've done anything nefarious. I'm not saying you have.
Absolutely. Yeah.
No, I'm not accusing you of stealing. What I am accusing you of being in control. So I said, hey, let's just make sure it's completely 50-50. I have access and so do you. I don't think that's that hard. And you were making me sound like I was crazy.
But like the Patreon's been alive for 6 weeks, and you've had plenty of time. So honestly, though,
I've tried to log in.
This is so boring.
How many? I know. So go ahead. I mean, you had a problem with it. I don't think it's that crazy.
No, it's so boring because I've got the email here and I sent it to you. Patreon in the last month have done a huge update where they've combined profiles. So it was set up as its own page, and we could have changed it. I thought we could just change it to any email we wanted at any time, but they've done this whole thing where it links your logins now. This is so boring for the listeners. I feel like we're on like Andy Mayo show. It links the logins now. I've got an email here saying I have to do it on my cricket account now. And then it does a team leader thing, which I've never seen before on Patreon. All of a sudden I'm team leader and you weren't. So I get your frustration though. If you see that for the first time, you think Wise Men has done this. But to say I'm going to quit the show, like if you just talk to me reasonably, and like I've got an email here, like I couldn't avoid doing this. You have to combine the profile. So when it did that, it did something with the login to make it this complicated. But I've given you the login now, and once you log in once, I'll give you the code. Then you'll be able to log in anytime from your browser. It's just
that's fair. Time. That's what I said. That's all I'm requiring. I just want the same access you do. That's all.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I've taken all the money though already, just for pain and suffering from working with you for the first month. From my psychiatrist. Yeah, that's $200 a pop. So
that's worth it. That's fine. I think the audience will be okay with that.
Okay, so I want to know, how was MM's visit to the Cape? Because Kane actually made a very good point. He said Mick doesn't want to talk about MM, but he did post all those photos of her. So he's kind of opening the door for some MM discussion.
Okay, here's the deal. I'll talk about whatever the fuck I want to talk about. Kane will not influence that at any point in my life on the show, off the air. I don't care. This is something that we can talk about for sure. The trip itself, fantastic. The MM staycation is how I would call it, because I was off for 5 days, 6 days. She was here for 3 of them. And yeah, it was great. Wednesday, I picked her up in Providence. I had to fight through some traffic. Oh, it was the worst traffic. I'm not even saying this with hyperbole. I think it's the worst traffic in the history of the Cape, because there was a huge accident on the right at the edge of the bridge that backed everything up. And then the connector road that get the other bridge, huge accident, nightmare, complete nightmare. Took me 3.5 hours to get to Providence from my house, which is normally about an hour and 20 minutes. So we get there, got there like half hour late, pick her up. We go back to Hyannis, had some lunch, took the dogs for a walk, met up with cousin Christian, your buddy, met up with him, went to this bar called Sea Dogs. And this is where Christian and MM first had their real interaction, because the drinks, we had a couple of drinks. Everybody's having a good time.
And we all know what MM's like when she's had a few drinks. She's
lovely. Christian, this is surprising. So Christian's taking a liking to this bartender a little bit. And, he notices that.
Is she a hard right Christian too? Like,
she's a very hardworking girl. And MM and her kind of sparked conversation. One thing leads to another. MM is completely wingmanning for Christian, getting this girl's number, doing the whole thing. It was unbelievable to see. And then there was a couple of moments where I had to rein her in a little bit because the New Yorker comes out. It's Cape Cod. It's a little quieter. It's a little, slower, but she killed it. And then the next day we had lunch with John and Warren at the same place, actually. John was working here on the Cape, so we met up with him. And then we had dinner with my parents that same night, which, listen.
So how did that go?
I, as somebody who, I give myself a lot of credit. I can handle myself around parents. She killed it. I mean, my parents, they won't stop talking about her. My mom called me the next day. She's so nice, blah, blah, blah. And so passionate about her work. I mean, MM, anybody's listening, if you know her even a little bit from online, she can talk. So, I mean, she can hold the conversation, and my parents were loving it. So it was great. Yeah, no, it was a great night out. I give her a 10 out of 10 for the weekend. She killed it. Got to the beach the next day, watched the World Cup game at this cool beach bar. It was a really good time. They couldn't ask for a better 3 days.
Yeah, we saw all the photos of her at the beach and stuff. So awesome.
Yeah.
It was interesting. Your brother Al said you didn't tell the family she was coming to the Cape until the very last minute.
Not entirely true. The days switched. She was originally going to come Friday to Monday, but it was Father's Day, so she wanted to be back for that on Sunday, and so we switched it around. And I mean, put it this way: the people who saw her and met her, cousin Casey, cousin Christian, John and Warren, my parents. The only person that didn't really get was brother Al. So I mean, you can think that's on me. But Brother Al knew where we were. Brother Al knew that we were going out with Christian. Brother Al knew that the next day we were, at no point did he say, hey, come over, hang out. If he did that, I would have. But I also know he has a 2-year-old. I mean, he literally has a 2-year-old. He's trying to get on a sleep schedule. He's not going to be able to come out at night.
And you two kind of hate each other as well. So there's that.
That's not true. No, that's not true. That's not true.
You're not close. You're not like you wouldn't say.
Yeah, you put it this way. We're a lot closer than you think we are. Like, I'm not saying we're the closest people, but like, we're close.
You are you're brothers, but you're closer to Christian than you are to Al.
No, in different ways, but but like, there's things.
You're more friends with Christian.
Yeah, there's things but there's nothing that I would tell Christian that I wouldn't tell Al. Put it that way.
Okay. Well, but I think like if Al wasn't your brother, you wouldn't be friends with him. Whereas if Christian wasn't your cousin, you might be friends with him.
Al loves sports. He loves a lot of the same things that I like. So I don't think that's crazy. I don't know. Why do you say that? You don't think we'd be friends?
Well, you just seem to really annoy each other. So maybe
I think more when we were younger. But yeah, now it's not as bad. Plus, I'm a good uncle. I think
he shits on you at every opportunity.
When?
All the time. He just loves to pile on.
Why are you doing this? What is this? What's going on?
I mean, he's up about you not telling him MM was coming. I'm just.
Yeah, I mean, I would have loved for her to meet him, his wife, the baby, all that, but it just didn't work out with the scheduling. I mean, she'll be back. She's coming back here for 4th of July, so be all right.
Yeah. Oh wow, she's coming back again. So how was it like the little
that's potentially
Jewish girl out of New York coming to the Cape was.
I'm telling you, she killed it and she loved it. She absolutely loved the Cape. The weather here for most part was nice all 3 days. Friday was a real beach day. She got to go swimming, the whole thing. Yeah, no, I think she fits in well. And I think it slowed her down a little bit because New York City, for better or worse, it's chaos. I mean, pretty much wherever you are, even where she lives, like it's still a little fast paced. It's different. Like around here, there's traffic. There's a lot of tourists running around, but you can still go play. Like we were on a beach where you couldn't see a person in sight. And it was like, you don't get that in New York City. So it was nice to kind of slow down a little bit. I think she felt good about it. And she definitely wants to come back soon. So hopefully it'll be 4th of July. If not, sometime soon.
Right. And, because your parents, she's a catch. Like she's a catch. Your parents would be very happy to meet her.
Absolutely. And, this goes back to the thing I was trying to say at the bar. Like she just has like a New York vibe where it's very evident where she's from. You can, she's loud. She'll talk fast, kind of at you. But a lot of people, if you don't know her around here, you might be turned off by it. But she was so friendly and so nice to my parents. They were loving it. And for the most part, I think she kind of just, embrace being a Cape Codder for a couple of days. That's the best way I can put it. Yeah.
Yeah. Cause I think you're like it's a harder sell for her selling you to her parents, but an easier sell for you because you're not the traditional like Jewish boy that they probably envisioned for So
I don't know. Yeah, I guess. I think when you get past like 22, 23, your parents really, I mean, I would even say like 18, but like, yeah, you still listen to your parents a little bit, but like, you're a grown adult. I don't fucking know. Like, they're going to tell me who I can be with, vice versa. I don't think that's, yeah.
No, absolutely not.
I know what you're saying.
Support your kids.
I get what you're saying.
Okay. And do you a bit of stress relief, all that sex? You feeling good?
Yeah, I am. The tension has been released. There you go. Although I was worried about you a couple of times this week, so that didn't help. But yeah,
that I'd be jerking off to like photos.
No, I'm telling you, I got a little nervous with you. When I saw Mick muted on the Miles Apart, I go, oh, this isn't good. This isn't something's wrong here.
I mean, I was in a filthy mood that day, just a filthy fucking mood.
All right, okay, we're getting somewhere. That's okay.
Yeah.
Was it anything to do with? What was it for? Why? Like, what was the reason?
I was tired. I was annoyed that Australia lost to the USA in the World Cup.
Socceroos.
Yeah, my girlfriend and her kids were kind of frustrating me. There were some challenging situations, and I just let it get the better of me, and then tune in to hear you bitching about me, and then you bitching about my solo episode, and you're saying you can't trust me, and blah blah blah. I mean, yeah. So it was a tough day. It was a tough day.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
You don't have to apologize. It's fine.
Well, yeah, I don't think it's my fault. I'm not apologizing for anything I did. I said I'm sorry to hear about it. But people are interested, man. I'm interested in Menners' personal life. Believe it or not.
Yes.
I don't want to hear Menners talk KMS. I'd rather hear about Menners. I wholeheartedly mean that.
Great. Okay. Excellent.
You and the broad patch things up?
Oh, I think. Well, actually, I'm not sure, but I think so. I think we did, but just difficult situations with kids, getting used to being around her kids. That's
it didn't go well.
It.
It didn't go well.
No, it's challenging for me being around her kids. That I think getting used to the whole situation.
May I ask how old the kids are?
Yeah, 11 and 13. So
tough age. That's tough.
It is a tough age. Okay, so I'll tell you a story. You want to know what
this
all started?
See, this all started. Real time out. This is what you don't realize is I'm a good podcast. I'm getting it out of you here. Go ahead. Come on.
Okay.
Let's go.
All right, great. Pat yourself on the back, Mick. All right. This all started. I was at my girlfriend's house and if she listens to this, I'll probably be single, but whatever. I was at her house watching the first World Cup game, Australia v Turkey, and the TV was on the wall, and the blind was open for the outside, and the sun was shining on the TV, and you couldn't see the screen. So I wanted for the Australia-Turkey game to close the blind so we could watch the TV properly.
Sure.
Well, my girlfriend's, and I actually, part of this whole issue was I didn't communicate my feelings properly, but then her daughters basically weren't happy with this. They wanted it to sit in the sun. It became a whole thing, and the kids just pissed off and wouldn't watch the game. And I was just like, I am too fucking old for this shit. Like, my kids are grown up. I don't want to put up with this shit where having the blind closed is the end of the world for some 13-year-old girl. And then, blended into the next weekend where I wanted to see Toy Story 5. So I suggested, like, we all go to see Toy Story 5 because that's a fun family movie. Yeah. But no, the 13-year-old wants to see Scary Movie 6, which we saw, which is the worst movie in history. So we go and see the shitty movie. It was so bad, one of the kids couldn't watch it. So they closed their eyes and went to sleep. I always fell asleep. And then after dinner, there was another thing, and it was just annoying. So I was very, very frustrated. And then you piled on.
Okay. Hold on. Let's rewind for a moment. First of all, you having a rivalry with your girlfriend's 13-year-old daughter is hysterical.
I don't have a rivalry. They just don't want me around.
No. This is a rivalry, okay? Because clearly she wasn't that upset about the sun. She wasn't that upset she couldn't sit in the sun. It's the fact that you made it so she couldn't sit in the sun. That's when everything changed. She didn't give a fuck about the sun.
She doesn't want me on the scene. Yeah, it's just she would rather I go home and watch the game at home, and she can watch the game with her mum. That's exactly what it is.
I will say though, you're in the right to be like, hey, we don't have to have the blinds open the whole time. But when Australia plays, that would be like when the Patriots play at my parents' house.
Yes.
Like we're gonna make sure that the TV is at the best picture quality. We don't want glares coming in. I'm with you there. That girl can shut her mouth. I'm absolutely with you there. But tough situation because that's a really tough age. They're not even in like high school where they can kind of like, have some maturity about the situation. They're still like, middle school, 5th grade, whatever that's tough age.
It is tough. And the whole fucking Scary Movie 6 was the worst movie I've ever seen, I think.
So what was the discussion when you were like, hey, you guys want to go see Toy Story? And they said, no, absolutely.
No, I said to my girlfriend, do you want to go and see Toy Story 5 with the girls tonight?
Mm-hmm.
And she said, yeah, I'll check with them. And she messaged back that they don't want to see that. They want to see Scary Movie 6. And I stupidly just went, sure. But I actually it's at that point should have said, oh, well, let's not worry about it then. Because I got so annoyed watching that shitty movie and everybody else was going to Toy Story and coming out. They looked so happy. People were smiling and cuddling. They just had a great family experience. I wanted that with this blended family. Right.
Wow.
And so we go to get dinner afterwards, and it's another shit show.
Why?
We go there.
What was wrong?
Because the 13-year-old goes, I don't want this. Right. We're going to get burgers. I don't want this. And so I'm like, okay, here we go again. And we get the food, and I think I'm about to eat. And then my girlfriend goes, oh, it's too cold in here. We'll get takeaway.
Oh,
It was like a 25-minute drive home. So I'm hungry. I'm tired. I'm annoyed. But you know what, Mick, this time, I did a lot of reflection about this because I want to be the best person I can be. And I've just worked out I need to communicate better. So obviously I shouldn't, we've talked a bit about this, but in those situations, I need to communicate better, like with the movie or with the dinner, or I just have to just tell this 13-year-old to fuck off. No, that's not...
No, I get what you're saying. I get what you mean. No, I think it's a tight line you got to walk here because, first of all, you don't want to offend them. You don't want to be like, the guy who's making all the decisions. You don't want to be a complete control freak. First of all, you're not their father. So first, they're going to be like, why the fuck do I have to listen to this guy? But if you want to make it enjoyable, you got to try to do things that they want to do. So I get what you're saying. Don't go to Toy Story, go to Scary Movie because the girls want to go. Let's do that. Yeah. It's a tough situation too, because it's 3 girls. If you even had a guy, a little boy to bounce out, probably a little easier. That's a tough age for girls. And I feel like the best thing you can do though is probably not cater to what they want to do all the time, but make sure they're having fun with whatever you're doing. Like if you're taking them out in any situation, it should be for them primarily. So you not being able to see Toy Story is probably not the biggest deal, but the dinner thing is crazy. Like that's like hey, like we got to just, like I've been to restaurants with my parents. I probably didn't want to be there, but I'm out like the whole time. Like, I don't want to be here. Like, you got to stop that when you get in the restaurant. Just nip it in the butt.
Yeah. I just think I've got to communicate. And the other thing is I'm just not used to it because my kids are grown up. I've got past this. I don't really want to be dealing with this stuff all the time. And then I deal with you who's acting like a 12-year-old. And then it's just like, it's all on.
Yeah, I didn't realize you had that going on. Now I feel bad. I do. I feel.
No, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad.
Deal with that and me. Holy hell, that's tough, man. I didn't realize that was the situation until right now.
Well, how would you?
Go ahead. Are you? Have you had this conversation? Or are you going to be like, hey, I don't. Well, because if you're with this girl, you're gonna have to be, I would imagine, not a father figure, but an influence in their life.
I don't think they need another dad or a father figure, but no, I have to communicate better. So if you're right though, if I'm going to go and see a scary movie with them, I just have to make the best of it.
Right.
Or I say, I don't want to do it. No, I don't want to go and do that.
Right.
Let's do something else. So it's just about being in the blended family, and they don't want me around. So
this might be too far of a question. You can tell me to fuck off. Do they have a relationship with their father?
I'm not going into that.
Okay, good part. Good move. I'm curious only because I think that would, in my eyes, it might view.
Yeah, he's
how
around. He's around. It's not
Okay.
like
Okay.
they've got a father. They've got
Okay,
a
because
father.
the only reason why I say that, if my mom was like a single mom and I saw her happy with someone, I would be like, I wouldn't be happy that someone was around, but I'd be happy that my mom was happy with someone. That's what I'm trying to get.
Yeah. I think they're too
No.
young for that.
True. Yeah. Well, wow, man, I didn't realize you had that going on. That's tough.
But I think we're over it. We had a nice Sunday morning, me and my girlfriend, and I've done a lot of reflecting on it. She might break up with me but whatever.
Wow. Are you? Would that break you? Or you don't seem too invested here. This is what I'm sensing.
It would. Oh, I don't. Of course, it would upset me. I'm really lucky. She's fantastic. So I don't want that to happen.
Okay. All right. I'm rooting for you. I am.
All right. Well, anything you want to bring up? Any topics? Anything you've got on the list here?
I had a great. Well, I mean, there was the NBA, but like you
Did
probably
you
don't want to.
burp?
Yeah. Did you hear that?
Nice. Yeah.
I tried to. Yeah, the NBA. There's a big trade that happened. I don't know if you saw that. Huge trade in the NBA. We don't have to go into that too much.
Someone said, I don't know if this was in a web, but I don't look interested when you bring up the topic. The only thing you said, we talked about, you're going to send me articles. I'm happy to read about trades. You've just got to send me the
well, I mean, it happened
ahead
it
of
happened.
time.
It happened at midnight last night.
Okay,
so I mean,
well,
this is
that's fine.
yeah. But the very big NBA trade. A Celtic Jaylen Brown was rumored to be in it, trading for Giannis. That did not happen. He went to Miami. It sounds like the Jays are staying together in Boston. Very happy about that. Something else I've been watching. I saw the movie Tuner. Do you see that one yet?
No. How was it?
Oh, this one's probably my favorite movie of the year thus far, or if not my favorite, top 5 for sure. Fantastic. I'm blanking on the guy's name, but I've never seen him in anything. I think he might be in White Lotus, is what somebody said to me. But yeah, great actor there. Dustin Hoffman, he's really good in it. And it's one of those movies like at least for me, I've never seen a movie like that. That's kind of why I'm sure there are movies similar to it, but I've never seen a movie quite like that, which is what intrigued me. It's like a piano tuner that gets mixed up with these criminals. He robs houses, safes, stuff like that. So it goes gets a little intense. It gets a little fast. It's good. Really liked it. And then House of Dragon is back as well, which are you a House of Dragon guy?
No, I tried it, but it didn't. I'm not a Game of Thrones guy.
Yeah. Okay. Have you seen anything recently other than Scary Movie?
So I saw Scary Movie 6. It was awful. I went and saw The Mandalorian and Grogu for the 6th time last night at the movies. Yeah,
Jesus
I went because it's going to be over very soon. So I went for one more time and haven't really been watching much. I've been playing a lot of the new James Bond game, First Light. So I've been gaming quite a bit. And yeah, I've got a few things in. So I don't know if you saw, you probably didn't, but Montante Mondays didn't happen last night. So one and done.
Do you think do you take any responsibility for that?
No.
Okay.
I'm not sure what happened, but I hope it comes back. But it's a real disappointment. I was looking forward to it.
Okay. That's too bad. Yeah, I'd like to see more of him.
There was some also feedback from the last show. So I just want to say to Bill Leach, I'm sorry. I did pile on Big Boys Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
I haven't watched an episode, Bill. It's just I do not like your co-host at all, PRC. He's an untrustworthy fuck, and that filtered onto you. But I'm a big Bill Leach guy. I haven't seen Big Boys Breakfast Club. I'm sure PRC is bad on it, but Bill's probably okay.
I don't hate PRC like you do. I love Bill Leach. He's fantastic. The show is great. I would recommend stop watching this right now and go watch that because that's a great show.
Yeah, good idea. Good advertising.
Yeah, for sure.
Sign up to their Patreon.
Quick question for you, by the way. This is something that just popped in my head, and we were talking about this the other night with MM and Christian. Where are you at on adult birthdays that are planned by the person who's having the birthday?
In what sense? What are we talking about?
Like if your menor's turning 30 and you have like this is what I was trying to get at is the only way I would celebrate my own birthday is if somebody else was putting it together. where I always said that's ridiculous. You're allowed to call people and say, hey, you want to go out for my birthday? I said I would never do that. That's the most egotistical asshole thing in the world to do. Where are you at with adult birthday? Like, would you, first of all, do you celebrate your birthday? Are you a go out to dinner with the girlfriend? Do you even do anything extra? Or are you just like a whatever?
I like to use the birthdays as an excuse to get your family together.
Okay.
You
The
know,
family.
your mum,
Mhm.
your sisters, your brothers, whatever, cousins even. It's a good excuse to get together and celebrate the birthday, but more importantly, just an event to get together. I'll be 50 this year. I'm going to have
Wow.
like a dinner with the family, like, you know, kids, mother, siblings, and then a romantic dinner with my girlfriend if we make it that far.
Well, that's lovely. And 50's one that's worth celebrating. I guess my issue is the people who make it like a thing. Like, I just hate making it a thing as an adult male. That I know that probably sounds crazy, but I feel like adult males should probably not celebrate their birthdays. 50 is probably an exception, maybe 60, the big ones. But like, if you're turning
You're
33,
in a weird spot though, because you're like you moved out of home, you live by yourself, you're not in a family. But when you have kids, and Cullinane, when he was talking about it on KMS, is not wrong that your kids want to celebrate your birthday. It's not the best day of the year for them. Their birthday is, or when Santa doesn't come, which we'll get to. But the point is, I agree. In that middle period, like when you're like 28. Like, you're going to bring if anything, you just go out and get drunk for your birthday. So,
yeah. And I guess, like you're saying, like the last birthday party I've had was when I was a child, and everything else has been getting together with the family, something like that. I see it now. It's probably more of a social media thing and probably a generational thing. Like, I see it now where there's dudes that are turning like you're saying 29, and they're having these huge dinners. They're going out with their friends. They're going to the casino or something. It's like, what? You have to try.
Just an excuse to party.
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like that all stops at 25 though. Like 25 is the hard limit to just be like, no.
Well, you are miserable. No, I don't think so.
What, you were having like blowout parties in your 30s?
I think birthdays are a good excuse, as I said, to do something, get together with your families, go out and get drunk, whatever. But I think it's more a female thing to make a big deal of it. Like,
for sure. Yeah, but even that's a little insufferable.
Play it cool.
Yeah. All right. Sorry. I heard that too on the show, and it was on my list.
Okay. No, I like it. So yeah, sorry, Bill Leach. There was also some backlash to me saying I'm going on Jess Machado's show. I don't know if you saw that. There's a few
Who's mad?
I'm not sure. There's a few raised eyebrows of maybe she's a little bit her brand's not particularly safe at the moment, but this is fucking miles apart. Like, we will spread the brand anywhere. Jess is a fan of, she's definitely a Mena fan, and she
doesn't like me.
I don't think she knows you. I don't think she knows you. But she actually had.
Excuse me?
What?
You don't think she knows me?
No, I don't think so. No.
Come on.
Okay. She did an interview last night with one of our gold member Patreons, J7, Kane's on-air partner. And actually during the show, J7 shouted out miles apart. So
wow,
good on J7.
Thank you, J7. I don't know much about her, but I do feel sorry she is stuck with Kane. But thank you, J7. Thank you for the shout out. Thank you for your Patreon, all of it. And I'm sorry that your co-host is who he is.
There is a whole other world going on at the moment, like Machado, J7, Nurse Kim. Like, it's just it's actually probably it's overtaken the Minifan world for wildness because KMS is off. Like, it's.
Should we start doing like a roundup each week? So that way we don't have to talk about it. No, maybe a minute, a Spaces minute, or a Crazies minute, something like that. No, nothing worth it.
Well, I think when it comes up organically, we should.
Okay.
I don't want to have to watch any of this unless I really have
true.
to.
Well, you do dive deep, man. You dive deep into the Spaces, but it's also because, again, I'm looking at it when I'm laying down. It's 12:35 in the morning, and it's different your time. So I do feel it is a little, but you're on there all the time. You're always on
Well,
there.
it's on my afternoon, and I'll often just put it in the background while I'm working. I will say, okay, if you want some Spaces gossip, then
Sure.
prominent Spaces host Jake is due
Oh,
to check
Jesus.
into rehab for 28 days on Wednesday. So, and there's a lot of people saying he's not going to go in. There's people are taking bets at the moment. Does he go to rehab?
Wow.
Does he not go? Is this just an attention grab?
Mm.
So that's one of the big sort of talking points at the moment. I actually asked Kate, so I don't know if I mentioned on this show, but when I came to Boston, Crazy Kate ghosted me. She just didn't get back to me. And so I asked, sorry, Mo, let's talk about this because it's about my KMS trip.
Of course. Go ahead. Yeah. I'll approve it. Yeah.
Thank you. I asked Kate in the space, I was like, why did you ghost me? And she didn't really have a good answer. She just kind of intimated that she was busy and she didn't know what she was doing that week. I think she just didn't want to meet me. I think she was too polite to say it. And I just said, I didn't want to put her on the spot. I just said to her, look, just next time we're friends, you can say to me if you're busy rather than not replying to. Like she was like messaging me, like messaging when to get together, and then it just went dead. So she didn't have a good answer.
From what my understanding is, she's very involved with her daughter's lacrosse or sports. So
I don't know. I don't want to talk.
This is the reason why I think she couldn't go. At least from what she vocalized.
But
to
you
me
can say that. You can say that. My daughter.
She said it to me. I'm trying to explain that to you. She said that she's like, I got something going on that weekend. I wanted to go, but I couldn't. If I could go, it'd only be for Fridays. What she said though could happen. And I said, well, if you can go up there, it'd probably be a good time. But I was like, I don't. I'm not saying that
no, we were going to get together on like Tuesday.
That's different, but I mean, yeah, the adults things happen too. Like, I don't know.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm also the firm believer, like, if we say, hey, when you're here, we're gonna get together, like if you come and you don't make any plans, just like it happened with me and you, I'm not now like expecting those plans to happen. Like, unless you're reaching out and actively doing it, then I'd be like, yeah, he's on vacation, he's busy, he's running around, right? I don't know. Yeah, but I don't think she blew you off intentionally. She's probably just busy. She's got stuff going on.
Yeah, she didn't want to catch up. But so that's
why are you being that's nasty. That's nasty. Why are you being mean? Why are you being mean to her?
Well, I think it's just because if you're genuinely busy, it's easy just to say that. Like,
well, how do you know she wasn't?
But kids are just the best excuse for anything, Mick. Like, if I didn't want to do the show tonight, I'd just say to you, one of my kids is sick, and you go, okay, no worries. Like.
Yeah. Sorry, I burped again. Yeah, I guess.
You're disgusting.
I just had coffee. Give me a break.
Anyway, so that's the Spaces news. Will Jake go to rehab or not?
I hope he does. Hope he gets some rehab if he needs it, right? I don't know. I say that. I'm going to forget about it in 20 minutes, but good for him.
Last show also my Santa revelation was quite shocking for some people. There was a bit of backlash, people saying I'm a terrible father because I didn't do Santa Claus with my kids.
I agree with those people. I do. I really do. That is nuts. That is like not even to the presents alone are one thing. Like, you don't have to say they're from Santa Claus and all that, but to not even inform them what's going on and just like spoil it and be like, this guy's fake. Go tell all your friends. And I feel bad for that one kid. I'm glad the parents called you because I do feel bad for that one kid who got spoiled. You can't lie to your kids. Like, give me a break.
Yes, you lie to them all the time. Lie to your kids.
Let me tell you right now, you've lied to your kids thousands of times.
I know I haven't. And
absolutely. For sure.
I'm a great dad. And the only thing I thought was funny, Kane was saying he thinks I'm trying to take credit for the presents. That I'm trying to take the credit from Santa Claus. Like, he's just so dumb, but he's so beautifully dumb to say that, like trying to take credit from Santa Claus.
I like where his head's at. That's good.
Yeah. I got another thing for you, right? So
hit me.
Let's see if I can show this. Share screen. Okay, here we go. Yeah. All right, here we go. So, okay, so this, can you see this? I think, let me just, oh, yeah, you can. Okay. So this is AJ, a lovely Spaces person, and she posted this. Okay, so that's the context. Yeah, that's the context. She's a very attractive woman. I just put some like fire emojis under that because I'd never really seen her before. And people were replying to me saying, "Oh, you've got a girlfriend. This is online cheating, blah, 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 blah." I'm like, no, it's not. It's just saying she's an attractive woman.
I don't. I tend to disagree. I think
Disagree.
I think the horn dog alarm has been sound.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I was horned up. But
listen, well, that's the point. It's one thing to like a picture or a video or something, to comment, to go as far as to reach out publicly and tell everyone that you think this girl's beautiful, which I'm nothing against her, but it's you're a man who was spoken for. This tells me, honestly, that you're not taking this relationship seriously, the one you're currently in. If you're commenting on other women's posts being like, yeah, like, hell yeah, you're sexy, or I don't even, the fire emoji's a little, not gonna lie, a little strange one to do there too. Because
really,
what's like fire? She's on fire.
I would have done
like
it.
Is fire
hot? She's hot.
Okay.
She's hot. She's
okay.
hot. Yeah.
Okay.
Like I would have done it to the MM pictures, but it would have upset you. But the thing.
Thank you.
The thing is, I actually don't think it's wrong to do that in that context. Just saying, "Oh, you look great," blah blah blah, fire emoji. Like that's not. I don't think over the line. I think it's over the line if I start DMing. If I then message her and go, "Oh, you looked great in that," and start trying to chat with AJ, I think that's over the line if you're in a relationship. But just
isn't that where that eventually leads? Like inevitably, isn't that where that goes? If you're commenting all the time on people's posts?
Well, it was one post. I guess yes. If I was doing it all the time, then I would probably message individually. But
if I had to play devil's advocate, or to play your theory, I guess, from your game, if you see a hot girl online, you're allowed to, like, if that was the case, I'd be commenting on every single. There's so many hot girls online. Like, I'm not gonna. So do you do that with everybody? Like, is that every single girl?
No, I just thought AJ was, wildly attractive in that.
It's a little horny. It's a little horn doggy. Like,
I mean, she's a very, good looking woman, but I just thought it was strange people saying that's emotional cheating. I don't think it is. As I said, I think if I'm DMing and flirty and, hey, maybe I'm coming to visit you sometime, well, obviously that's over the line.
Okay, well, your poor girlfriend. Okay, if AJ saw that and said, "Oh, this guy is interested in me," and then DM'd you,
yes,
you're gonna not answer? Is you're claiming?
Oh, I wouldn't answer in a flirty, "Hey, let's." No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't say let's have phone sex. I wouldn't be like, let's FaceTime and get those titties out.
Right. But it sounds like you want that. Like, it sounds like that's what you're going.
I really don't.
Okay,
I really don't.
Okay.
It just sounded. I just did think about that for a minute.
Yeah, I mean, like, what do you?
I'm not into phone sex. I'm like Jake. It's not my bag. It's not my bag.
You gotta have fun somehow.
But I just thought it was a bit prudish for people to be like, "Oh, you can't comment."
I don't think it's prudish. I think you're showing scumbag traits by doing that.
It's not a scumbag. No, she's a very attractive woman. I think.
Again, there are millions of attractive women online that I see all the time, and so do you.
But I know AJ. Me and AJ talk in space.
This is the point. This is the emotional cheating aspect. Do you not understand that? You know this person.
No, I haven't even thought of, it's not like emotional cheating is like something else.
No, it sounds like you're on the right path, is what it sounds like.
I'm just a very secure person. Like, I can go, "Hey, this is a very attractive woman who's probably 15 or 20 years younger than me. She's hot."
Okay, again,
I'm not going to then do anything else.
If you're walking down the street with your significant other and a hot girl walks by, I'm not saying you're going to cock your head back and check out her ass, but it's not the craziest thing for your girlfriend to, were you looking at her, that sort of thing. If girls are doing that, imagine you commenting publicly being like, "Yeah, this girl's hot." That's like you tapping your girlfriend on the shoulder and be like, "That girl's fucking hot." Like, why would no one would ever do that? That's nuts.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's the way X works.
I think this is the problem. This is the issue with the X world, is it's all fake until it's not. So again, I go back to the theory.
But it's not fake. I think AJ's hot, and I'm also committed to my girlfriend.
Right, but if AJ wanted more, you would throw that commitment out the window. Is the whole point?
Absolutely
That's-
not. I would.
That's the
I would.
scumbaggery here.
I would not. I would not throw it out the window.
All right.
But AJ, I do want to move to the US,
see,
so
there you go.
I guess I could marry somebody.
You know what I want?
Joking.
I think me and your lady should be friends, just like you and mine are.
Definitely not.
I think. Yeah, I think we need to make that happen. Yeah, I think that's for sure. That's next on my list.
But I want to say the Menace to the US campaign hasn't really got off the ground yet. You know, launched it a couple of episodes ago. The offers haven't flooded in yet, but fingers crossed, we'll see.
So that's actually something on my list here is what can we do with the Patreon money? What is something that we could do? Like, is realistically, like, how much would it cost for you to come here for 4 days or me to go there for 4 days and shoot content? Like, how much would that cost?
I think we're a little bit away from that.
Okay.
Like we're a bit of like, I think the air ticket to Boston was, I don't know. Can't even
1,500?
Like, yeah.
Sounds about right.
US or something, or 14.
So we're talking at
least,
least
actually 1,200 US. 1,200 US.
So we're talking at least 2,500 to get you there and stay there.
Well, not even. You need more than that. But
okay. So you're expensing you're expensing your dinners on the Patreoners. Is what you're saying?
Well, I mean, no, definitely not. Actually, yes, 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 absolutely. I would say what we do with the Patreon money, we just let it just build up for a little bit, and then we start to think about it. And we talked about reinvesting in the show. Do we want to get proper, whatever?
Right. That's what I'm trying to. Yeah. Right. StreamYard accounts.
Yeah.
That's what. Yeah. I just don't, because it's not like you and I can, go buy tickets somewhere and go to a game because we don't live near each other. So that's what I'm asking is what can we do with this Patreon money? Because I'm wholeheartedly mean this. I will reinvest every dollar I make back into the program. We know that you are making profits. We know that you've already.
Yeah, I've already taken mine. I've already taken mine because you can't take yours.
We know that. Yeah. Yeah.
I've spent it already.
Real quick. I love you being like, I have you send me a screenshot of something. You're like, I haven't touched anything. I'm like, oh, that screenshot could be AI. I don't trust you from anything. I don't know anything about that screenshot. Oh, Jesus.
Well, I haven't actually set a payout function yet. So we could maybe set it we could set it into a PayPal account to pay for stuff okay. So I'd also like to do merchandise. I think we need more Patreon subscribers. So, don't be shy. If you're thinking about it, like Boner Jams, who is trying to cause trouble, he's getting in your head. He should be subscribed. Like, there are people that should subscribe. If you are going to give us shit, you owe us money. And then as that builds up, there's lots of things we could do. Like, we could meet in Hawaii, which is kind of halfway, and do like a week there where we just
now we're talking.
Like, there's all sorts of ideas, we meet in LA, like wherever. Like, there's so many options.
I like the Hawaii. Let's go to Hawaii. Let's do that.
I like the idea of doing a live show, so we might need money to put that on. Like, I don't know. I like the idea of Menace and Mick on tour.
I love that.
So we just need more Patreon subscribers. We just need another like 500.
So you think first thing first, you think merch is probably the move, is what you're saying? Reinvest into merch.
There's no investment in that. Yeah, get a merch store going.
Yeah, but I guess you're saying we don't have to pay for it up front because you can buy it. They can pay
merch.
For it, right?
Yeah, it's just drop shipping or whatever they call it.
Yep.
So that and what else? I mean,
you mentioned Boner Jams. He's going to do a full audit.
I want like a new TV in my bedroom, and I was thinking Patreon could pay for that.
Yeah, I had no problem with that. That's completely fine. Again, I'm telling you, me and Mr. Boner Jams, we're doing a full audit of you. You're gonna have to open up your books. We're gonna go through that.
I have nothing to hide. Not 1 cent has been taken from our Patreon page.
Sure.
Not 1 cent. Not one little cent. But just let me know when you're going to log in so I can take it all before you log in.
You got it. No problem.
All right. I just want to show you something here. So this is called a Tim Tam. So if you're watching this on YouTube, but if you're listening, so this Australian biscuit has made it to the US and they're selling it at Costco. And I've got to say, Australia doesn't have many things to be proud of food wise, but this Tim Tam, it's better than a meat pie. It's you have to try them. And basically it's, chocolate biscuits with chocolate fudge in the middle and then dipped in chocolate again. So it's like a triple chocolate threat. And what you do is with them, if you really want an experience, you cut the ends off with a knife. So you get a knife and you just shave the ends off, and then you put the biscuit into a hot cup of tea or cocoa or coffee, and you suck the end of the biscuit and the liquid comes through. And as you feel the liquid touch your lips, you throw the Tim Tam into your mouth and it kind of explodes in your mouth. And it's called the Tim Tam explosion. You're probably, I don't know, used to an explosion in your mouth. But anyway, if you want to try that.
I just wrote it down. I will hit the grocery store after this. If I can find a Tim Tam, you will get a video review on the Miles Apart account.
Great. Fantastic.
Yep. You said Costco. Is there any? Is it Stop and Shop, BJ's, is everywhere else, or is it just Costco?
I don't know.
Because if it's just Costco, we're in trouble. But if it's BJ's, Stop and Shop, Shaw's, I'll get it right now. Yeah. I'll try it. Tim Tam.
Eventually, you'll get
good food
Costco.
there.
No.
No.
We have a lot of great food, but not a lot of really uniquely Australian things.
Okay. Fair.
I've got a few KMS topics. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run them by you, and you can tell me whether it's passed the test.
This is productive. Yes, go ahead.
Yep.
Go ahead.
So the first thing was Jeff and Kirk's friendship is over. Kirk has quit the dozen. He's quit Project Big Screen. Maybe I'll talk properly soon. And there's no friendship with Kirk. I wonder if he's going to officiate at Jeff's wedding. Can we talk about this?
Yeah, I think that's one that is worth talking about.
Great. Okay. What are your thoughts?
Interesting. Very interesting. I'll give you a behind the curtain look here. As somebody that has spent some time with the Skip, somebody that has golfed with him, been a lot of off-camera hours, especially over the past year. Always talks fondly of Jeff, loves Jeff. I know he was officiating his wedding. So this is surprising because there's guys that Kirk's, friends with. I'm saying Clemmer's probably one of them. They've had an up and down relationship, but Jeff doesn't ever, I feel like they've never really had any issues, even, real issues. Sure, there's been some trivia stuff. There's been some bullshit, but this sounds a little more real and personal. I don't know what could have happened. That's going to be my first question is what do you think happened? And do you think this is going to be something that, they can get past in a couple of weeks, or is this going to be a lingering thing moving forward? Not a big cat situation, but a situation where Jeff's not going to be as involved in the KMS world, that sort of thing.
Well, firstly, yes, I think it's all over with Jeff and the KMS world. I wonder if he's still in the well, I think so.
Wow.
And I wonder how his involvement with the Fonz is going. But the worst thing about this is the satisfaction that this has given Andy Mayo. Andy Mayo has been beating the drum of the anti-Jeff camp for ages, and the fact that he gets this win, it is criminal. I almost think Kirk should have just been Jeff's friend just to deprive Andy Mayo of this joy. Like, he was so happy yesterday. He did a post KMS space.
I know, it was disgusting. Disgusting.
I didn't even go in there. Did you go in?
I couldn't. No, I just commented. Actually, I'm banned from Twitter for the next. I got 2 hours left. I couldn't comment on anything last night with the big trades because I told Andy Mayo to drive off a bridge. And I got reported. So
Mayo treatment.
Yeah, I didn't listen to a moment of that space, but I just saw it was happening. It said KMS recap after they talked about. I said drive off a fucking bridge, and I got reported. Yeah,
that's what Mayo normally does. Okay, so that's the first thing. Like, whatever happens, Kirk should have protected us from insufferable Mayo. But on what could have caused it. Yeah, it's hard to tell. Either I think Kirk got annoyed about having to go to Chicago for the dozen, and there was some reference to Jeff not turning up at Laconia and VIP seats being given. So maybe Kirk gave Jeff a lot of VIP seats. I don't know. There was also, Kirk was going to do stuff at Jeff's wedding. Maybe there was stuff around that. Maybe the missus said, "Oh, we don't want Kirk to do this." I don't know. I'm just speculating. Maybe Jeff was in the Fonz chat saying, private stuff, and Kirk got wind of it because, if Sneakers got something out of Jeff, he would let Kirk know that straight away.
Yeah. So, but Jeff knows that too.
Yes.
So
yes. But maybe moment of weakness, he fell for it. So basically, I've got no idea.
I think it could be
after all that.
Yeah, that's good. That's great insight there. It could be Kirk's just frustrated at paying for dinner. Maybe the funds are getting low. He's paid for so many of these lunches, these dinners.
Yes.
Maybe he's just getting tired of it.
Yeah, with the
Realistically,
divorce coming up, he's probably got to watch his pennies now.
Okay, there we go. Realistically, I think it's probably Jeff might be involved in things at the company that Kirk wants to be involved in or could have been involved in and isn't. Maybe that could be it. If it's more personal than that, like I hope it's professional, put it that way, because I actually do like Jeff. He's always been nice to me, so I don't want to see them like hate each other. Am I sweating again? No, not
Yeah,
bad.
you are. Yeah, you want to take your jumper off?
I don't have anything under this, so we're good.
Okay,
We're good.
Oh.
It's actually toasty. It was pouring rain when we started. Sorry. Yeah, no, it's interesting that dynamic. I don't know.
Well,
do you think they'll
well,
fix
the
it?
whole
They'll
dozen
fix it.
thing seemed to really annoy Kirk, and he's now doing a movie podcast, maybe with Clemmer. Very
No.
strange.
He's gonna be back on the move.
And he's quit the dozen. He's gone.
Listen, I'm not saying he doesn't mean it. I'm saying I think cooler heads could prevail, and he's going to be back in the dozen. He's gonna, him and Jeff are gonna patch it up. This is rational behavior. Like, as somebody who's been through it here, I know this cycle, as I'm often involved with it because I do this myself.
Oh, yeah,
I think, yeah, exactly. I think they'll come around. I think they'll be okay.
Okay, well, it's all over. But I want to get to the bottom of it. So I think I'm going to have to work on my sources in the Fonz to get some information out what really happened.
It can't be like Jeff screwed him over somehow, right?
Maybe he did maybe it wasn't the dozen, maybe it was the wedding. I don't know, but there's something there because Kirk, there was an edge to it.
What I was trying to say earlier, when I was hinting at the stuff behind the scenes, my point is he seems to like Jeff enough where if it was like a mistake, I don't think he would hate him over it. It would have to be deliberate and malicious or some sort of you're screwing him over intentionally type of thing for him to actually hate Jeff. That it wouldn't make sense otherwise, in my opinion.
No, you're right. And that's why I think we're missing a piece of the puzzle. Kirk did tweet out that it felt like a 2020 episode. I don't know if I got those vibes because when the episode started, Kirk goes to the producers and they had nothing. As usual, Kirk kept the show going. Maybe it felt like 2020 because they were talking about going back to Madawaska. And can we talk about this? Because Kirk's thinking of canceling Socko and going to Madawaska instead. And I don't think the Minute fans will like that. They love Socko, and it's not as far to get to.
Yeah, we'll see. On. Yeah, move on next. Yeah.
It was a good episode, though. I enjoyed it. Over 2 hours. Kirk hates the World Cup, which is not surprising at all.
Not surprising. No.
Yep.
Where would a World Cup in Australia, if Australia won the World Cup, where would that rank in your sports victories? Number one?
Oh, I think so. I think if anyone wins the Soccer World Cup, it's the number one.
As somebody that's seen quite a few championships, I don't think I would trade any of my major 4 championships for a World Cup, but I also would celebrate like crazy. I'm a bandwagon. So it's because I'm a bandwagon fan. So it's admitting, but I think it's probably. Go ahead.
So when you say major 4, you mean like the Bruins or the Celtics?
Yeah.
Okay. So can you imagine that, but the whole country is going nuts at the same time? So it wouldn't just be Boston; it'd be the whole country going nuts. That's what winning a World Cup is like.
Yeah, I mean, we just won the hockey Olympics, and it turned into a whole political thing 24 hours later. So, I mean, people couldn't even celebrate that properly. I would like to think it'd be a good thing, but it would get tangled into something. That's
and you'd be shooting each other and stuff like you crazy Yanks.
Yeah, there you go. I definitely would celebrate it, but I'm not going to trade it any of my 4 championships, the 4 teams.
Okay.
Yeah,
I would. It's an interesting one. It's not the same, but I would trade a lot for a soccer World Cup. Winning the football World Cup is
okay. Were you a Red Sox fan by 2004?
Yeah.
Would you trade 2004?
2004 kind of got me into them. So,
So
would I trade 2004 for a soccer World Cup in Australia? Yes. Yes.
Oh.
But
Okay.
that 7 days in October is a pretty fucking good documentary. Like that's a pretty fucking good week of sport. But I think I would have to do it.
Yeah, this is hands down the most I've been interested in the World Cup, and it probably helps the U.S. actually are pretty good right now. But yeah, no, I'm all into it. It's fun to watch. I don't know. There's nothing else on. That's the beautiful. There's nothing going on. Like if the NBA was on right now, I wouldn't give a fuck about it. But there's nothing on, so it's perfect.
Yeah, I got to say, I got a lot of shit for Australia getting smashed by the US. I'm glad it's over. We'll beat you in the next round whenever we play you.
Okay. All right. I saw that the US actually is I think they're like the fifth favorite right now. Like that is the US. Are we gonna make a run? You're a soccer expert.
Well,
the
Trump's got to the Trump's clearly got to the referees because.
Well, did you hear about the player they have? They got this kid who is from France. He plays in the French league and all this. How America has him is his mom was pregnant and he was born here during a layover flight at JFK. So technically he was born in America. FIFA allows you to switch once. So he was playing for the France in their international football. And then he switched to here once those rules came about because he was allowed to because his mom was born here. So we got a French guy who's playing striker for us who's scoring all our goals. He's not even American, but we're for it. That's the American way, right? That's perfect.
Well, that's happening in all the teams. We've got an Italian guy who was going to play for Italy, but when they didn't make the World Cup, he switched to play for Australia. Anyway, Kirk hates the World Cup. That is so predictable. When Kirk says it was like a show from 2020, it's like he's doing bits from 2020. Like if everyone's into the World Cup, he's going to say he hates it.
Or he just hates it. I mean, real quick, or he just actually hates it. Like I don't picture him being a big World Cup guy.
Yeah. I guess, but I just don't think he's a happy guy. Like it's the happiness part of it that he doesn't like.
Okay.
Yeah. He almost died in a storm. I don't know if you got that story, but thank God.
I did hear it. Yep.
Yeah. He also said Clemmer's schoolmates at Laconia said Clemmer was an asshole at school. And I think that was a juicy tidbit because Clemmer probably hasn't changed.
I don't think Clemmer's an asshole now, but you clearly do.
No, he's got that way about him where he can come across as an asshole. I think he's a genuinely good person, but he's got a bit of arrogance about him.
I think he's got a little rage to him. He's got a little no, he's good. He's not. Yeah. I could picture like middle school Clemmer. Yeah, he could be a little nasty probably.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Now I've got a question for you, and this is kind of a bit of a business test. You know, if you were negotiating with the Laconia Colonial Theatre on behalf of Kirk, what deal would you ask for?
It's a good question. So does Kirk have to this is a question for you might know this. Do they have to put down like a down payment to rent the theater?
Yes, they
How
were
much
paying.
Is
that? I think they mentioned around $8,000. Take that as the figure.
Okay, so you pay $8,000. Yeah, if I'm paying $8,000 and I'm bringing the audience and we're selling, whatever, it's their top 5 booze day of the year. Let's not even call it number 1, a top 5 alcohol sales day for them. I would like to get a little cut of that. I don't know. The proper thing would probably like 25% at least. Like I would want at least 25%, and maybe have some thresholds put in. If we sell X amount of this, then we get this. Some sort of incentives like they do in baseball. Like if you hit 30 home runs, you get more money. Like if we sell 100 beers, think of that. If the Minifans knew about it, imagine that. Imagine if the Minifans knew about the incentive. Kirk could say, hey, we just got to rack up these beers. The amount of whatever it is, we got to do it. We'd do that in a second. We'd put some money in his pocket. No problem.
Yeah. I think they should just go for waive the down payment. You give us the theater and you keep the booze, because the problem is they can be so shady. You can't track what they're selling. Like, you've run bars, Mick. If they want to, take $10K off the register, it's not that hard. So you're not going to be able to get. I don't think you're going to be able to get it. I'm just skeptical. So I would just be we don't want to pay for the theater. Waive the $8,000. You keep the booze money. Everybody's happy.
Yeah, but how much do you think? What makes more money, the $8,000 or the 25% of the profits on the booze? What do you think?
That's
is
a
probably-
good point. If you pay the $8,000 and then
Right. I mean, you got to think like
well,
those
if they
drinks,
do 40K.
they're what, $15? They're not
Yeah.
cheap. They're I mean, they're making crazy markup on those drinks. Those mixed drinks.
Yeah.
I mean, they're selling them for $15. It probably cost, $3 for that whole bottle of booze. Like they're making crazy money. Yeah, you're right though. You'd have to get people in there that you trust, which is why I like the mixer. I'll bartend. I'll bartend a KMS event.
That's
No
it.
problem.
You can watch
I'll
over it.
volunteer. Sure.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Well, I've run hospitality venues. You and I can just be all over them.
Trudell as well. Grill on the Hill.
Yeah.
I mean, 5-star establishments. Come on.
Exactly. Okay. I think though, what you want to start with is waive the fee and give us like 15% of the bar. And then you just get down to having to not pay anything. And maybe you get a bigger cut of the tickets as well. I don't know how much Colonial takes of the ticket sales, but they must take something. So there's probably areas to negotiate, not just on the bar, that are more tangible.
Say it's how many people fit in that theater? 1,000, 2,000? How many?
Like 600 or something.
600 people?
Yeah.
All right. So say half of them get a drink, right? For $12. We're already talking 32. Yeah, we're talking 3,000, over $3,000 right there. Like they would make tons of money. They would. I can't imagine like with the snacks. I think I got a popcorn. It was like $12. It was they always they kill you there. So
And by the way, you shouldn't have had to pay for that with what you've done. How high on the list you shouldn't have had to pay for popcorn. I didn't. Have to pay for
by the way, I did. Tim and Kane bought it for me. I didn't. What are you talking? Come on. Yeah. Are you nuts?
All right, that's enough KMS talk. We've gone too deep.
Thank you.
We've gone too deep. All right, I do want to thank our 2 new Patreon subscribers. Tyler signed up to the silver level, so thank you, Tyler.
Thank you, Tyler.
And Steve Shaw signed up to the bronze.
It's my guy.
Level, so thank you, Steve. We really appreciate it. And the Patreon supporters are the best. Even though Kane complains about everything, but him, J7, Christian, there's some great supporters.
The fact that Kane is a supporter, I guess I have to be okay with him vocalizing his frustrations because he's a supporter, right? Like he's allowed to gripe now. In the past, I would say no, but if he's going to pay for the show, you can bitch about it.
For my sins coming in here, I listened to his latest Kane's Corner, and he did spend about 15 minutes on Miles Apart.
Oh, that's nice of him.
It was nice of him. He did like your solo episode. He said he enjoyed it.
He's a big maniac. Listen, the maniacs they're begging for that. They're begging for more of it. We'll see. All right, I'm a busy guy.
Yeah, you are a busy guy.
Yeah.
Very busy. Very busy.
There it is.
With that one job.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you want to do listener questions?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Eric Nelson. Is the perpetual joke of the show going to be we aren't talking about KMS and then you talk about KMS every single episode?
Yes, correct. Yes, 100%.
No, the joke is, Eric, I am going to ask permission to Mick about what we can talk about.
It's good. I'll be a fair. I think those 2 things were great. That's not really about the show. That's more inside gossip. Jeff and Kirk, the finances of the theater.
Yeah.
That's cool stuff.
Yeah. No, and if for anything that doesn't make the show, it'll be on Menace Live.
Perfect.
Now, KMS historian, I recently watched the Kylie Minogue documentary on Netflix. Did you used to watch the show Neighbours growing up? Yes, I did used to watch Neighbours growing up, and like most Australian actors have been through there. Kylie Minogue is a rocket, an absolute rocket. Do you know who Kylie Minogue is?
No, I'm gonna pull her up right here.
She is a bit older now, but she used to be a babe. Anyway, go and check it out.
I'm looking at her. Yeah, she's.
Some people would say she used to have the best butt in show business.
Yeah, I don't know. A little freaky face, no?
But tons of actors, like I think, who are the actors from Neighbours? Like, lots of them. I just forgotten them. Actors from Neighbours to Hollywood. Thank you. Okay, Margot Robbie, Russell Crowe, Guy Pearce, the Hemsworth brothers. They all start on this show, Neighbours.
So it's like the Australian Degrassi.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, next question, ALM. Is Mick purposely trying trying to drive people away from this podcast by being so annoying and whiny? Good question.
How can I mean, yes. How about that? Yeah, I am. Yeah. I was going to be annoying and whiny, but he doesn't like that. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I did mute a couple of people on our account. The Cape Cod Famous and some other guy.
He's a maniac. He's a maniac, Cape Cod Famous guy.
I'm not going to mute anyone else. I'm not going to mute anyone else.
This is something that I got an inside report on. He asked you for a picture and you said no?
Who asked?
Cape Cod Famous guy.
No. I didn't say no to any pictures.
Maybe I have the story confused, but it sounds like he was being friendly to you and you were like, no, I know who you are type of thing.
No, I would never do that. I mean, I would go in the picture just for my ego. Like
that's true. Yeah.
I wanted to go in every picture I could. Like I was just trying to think how many people I've got. Oh, here we go. Okay, so how many people do you think I've muted on my main account?
Oh, geez. How many people do you follow?
Well,
like that's gonna matter to me because if you follow like 5,000 people, then it's a lot. But I would say,
okay, no,
I'll say over under. I'll set it at 72.
Okay, so muted accounts, you are way low. Way
low.
Yes. 230.
What?
230 muted accounts and 167 blocked accounts.
That's nuts. That's crazy.
That's almost 400 accounts.
Who are these people?
And muted word is bracket because the Mincel guy's bracket was just so annoying.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's fine. But who is somebody that I would know on that list?
I don't know, but Tony from Maine came up to me. We had a hug and he said, you've blocked me on Twitter. So I've had people, I did have a few people in real life say I'd blocked them on Twitter.
Yep. Why'd you do that?
Because they annoy me. It's the same reason I muted you. Like I've just got so much energy. And if people are really annoying and people are just going to continue with the same boring jokes, then I'm just going to mute them or block them.
Yeah, that's fine. But I guess it's different with me. We'll forget about me for a moment. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like
what do you do? You get a lot of shit on Twitter. Do you mute or block anyone?
I'll tell you right now. I have. How many do you think?
Okay, muted 36 and blocked 11.
Blocked 7, muted 21.
Okay.
No.
What does someone have to do to get blocked or muted?
Most of the mutes, I think, are like political people who I don't like, or just like people who are always coming up in your timeline that you don't want to see. And usually it's like the online people, not even real people. Like it's not like the people that you would know. It's just like some online presence, some bot, something like that. To get blocked by me, you probably just have to be like. I think most of the blocks were before mute, so I think those are all because mute came after, right? Like that's fairly new compared to the blocking. So yeah, I think the blocks were just people who were annoying me back in the day, like constantly commenting. But now, like if somebody says something out of line, I'll just mute them. Like really, that's like pissing me off or something. I'll just mute them. Like I don't even see it. I don't care.
Yeah, the muting doesn't give them the satisfaction of knowing they're blocked. So
yeah, it's good. There you go. Yeah.
And I would block just bad people. Like there are some bad people in the world who've been blocked.
Yeah, but right, you muted me though for no reason. That was crazy. That was nuts.
I just wanted to break.
You're a social guy. You know how this works. If I'm now commenting on Miles Apart stuff, they're gonna bury that post. They're gonna bury it.
Unmuted. I am muted before the show.
Thank you.
I had to. Yeah. Okay, Taco Bill Leach. I'm re-asking the toilet water question. And Bill Leach, I'm not answering the toilet water question.
It's a fair question.
Okay, well, it's not. It's a boring question. That's why his show is probably boring, because that's
okay.
Instinct.
Don't do that. It's Bill Leach.
I'm sorry, Bill. Okay, Adolf Mickler, Maniac Power Rankings. Go for it.
Ooh. So I think instead I'm going to do Maniac of the Month. How about that?
Oh, love it.
Because the power rankings, like there's just too many. I'm going to go Maniac of the Month. This is going to surprise some people. And he's got a lot of shit. I'm not happy about it. I'm not happy about his victories lately or anything like that. I think I'm going to go Jack Coleman for the Maniac of the Month.
Wow.
Surprising, right? Surprising. This is somebody who's been a little critical of our program, stuff like that. But when I see a Maniac, I see him trying. I see him out there putting content, doing videos. Sure, he might be on a cocaine bender. That might be happening. But I'll give Jack Coleman the Maniac of the Month. How about that?
I like it. He's a maniac, that's for sure.
For sure. He's always has been. And maybe Cousin Christian right there, by the way, a loyal gold tier member. I think he right now is the only, I think he's the only Maniac that's a gold tier. Might be wrong.
I think Kane's a maniac.
Yeah, Christian's a Maniac for sure.
It'd be tough if you had to give Kane Maniac of the Month.
You know what? We might have to. We might have to. It's a co. It's Coleman and Kane. How about that? There you go.
Fucking nuts. he was going to talk about his breakup, but he's too upset about it. So anyway,
well, that's too bad.
Here's a question from Ricky Slicks: has Manners wanked to the picture of MM on the lifeguard stand yet?
Wow,
I have not. I have not.
It's nice. I don't believe that. Yes, I don't believe. There you go. Yeah.
That bitch is the cover art AI. The aeroplane at the back is going in two directions at once.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Well, actually, it's not totally AI. Like we've now got a photo that we got together in Laconia, so we're using that. And then the background, there's a little bit of AI, but
our logos, our color scheme, it's fantastic. So I don't want to hear it from people. Like
the only thing is, so the younger generation are very fixated on the environmental damage of AI and all the stuff that data centers go through. And I guess, where are you on that?
The amount of energy data used, the AI.
No, like do you have a moral stance on AI and data centers and what it does to the environment?
Not really have a huge moral stance on it, but I'm more interested in what AI does for our current world, not rather than the effects that it has in the environment or something like no. The amount of stuff that planes that fly, stuff like I'm not worried about the AI. I'm sure they take a lot of energy. I'm sure it's not good, but no, I'm not worried about it. No.
Okay. So you haven't really thought about it.
No, I have. I know. I watched the movie, the AI doc. I've seen all these. No, I'm more worried about it taking over like jobs and stuff like that, not the impact it's going to have. What do you think is going to happen? The ocean's going to rise or something? What are they going to sell me on?
Okay.
Listen, I was a third grade kid who had to go sit in an auditorium and watch An Inconvenient Truth. Okay. They tried to brainwash me. They tried to get me on the global warming. I'm not doing it. Nope.
You're not doing it.
No, I don't. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. I just don't think in my lifetime I have to worry about it. I'm gonna worry about other stuff.
Yeah, fuck it. If like you and MM ever have kids, like who cares if they have to suffer?
I don't think the world's gonna blow up in 150 years. I don't know. Do you?
No, but
okay.
Anyway, I was thinking about like AI and responsible use of AI, and I think, for example, doing a logo like we have, and then we get so much mileage out of it that it's not a big deal, and we're not using AI all the time.
Yeah. See, that's more interesting than the data center energy consumption. Who cares about that? I've seen that topic though. Like I don't really get it uses a lot of energy.
I'm going to ask AI why data centers are bad, and we'll see what answer we get. AI data centers bad. See, we'll see what ChatGPT is. Okay. AI data centers are not inherently bad, but they can create significant challenges. The main concerns are high energy use, water consumptions, carbon emissions, electronic waste, impact on local communities, and grid strain. Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah, that whole world, that I don't know. part of me thinks it's not a scam, but part of me thinks it's like the VR thing. Remember, we were sold on that. We were going to get the
Yeah.
virtual reality world. Everybody's going to have a station at home. You're going to have your real life and then the metaverse. Like, I'm not saying it's the same thing, but I think
Okay, here's a stat. Large
Go ahead.
data centers can consume as much electricity as a small city. Wow.
Yeah, that is crazy. I've seen the ones they're building in Russia. They're like the size of a small city. They're fucking huge.
And
Yeah,
they,
I mean-
you know, they can put pressure on water supplies because they need to use water for cooling. Significant carbon emissions. Well, that's the water rising. I mean, you'll be fucked in Cape Cod. Like you'll just be,
Yeah. I don't. I think the best question on AI is: do you trust the people running it?
No.
So there you go. Do you trust Sam Altman, Elon Musk, whoever?
Well, no. I've done a lot of podcasts on AI, and there's a lot of good things. There's a lot of things to be scared of. I was just trying to think: is miles apart pro AI or not pro AI? And I think I am pro responsible use of AI. For example, there's a theory going that the only way we will cure cancer is through AI. There's certain things that AI will be able to do that humans won't.
Well, you see kind of that already happening where I don't know if you saw this. It was viral the other day where a guy, instead of hiring a lawyer, he just used AI. And my thought was, will the legal system ever allow that? Like on a huge scale? Because I feel like, there's so much money involved with stuff like that, or health insurance or something to do with medical. Like, yeah, like AI might help you for us and it's beneficial, but I feel like there'll come a time where that's gonna be manipulated because I don't think that the business end of stuff will ever go away. Like they're not going to allow everyone to just. That's another thing. Like it's free. It's this great tool that's free. Like I don't buy that.
It's not
either.
free though. You got to pay for it. If you use it enough, you have to pay for it.
Yeah, but how you really pay for it is they steal your data and know everything about you. That's how you're paying for it.
Yeah.
Interesting. Very, very. You're deep into it. I can tell.
I am deep into it. And the only thing I would say is the problem now in business is a lot of other people are using it so they can keep their cost base down because they're using AI to cut corners. So I think that question is a good one. I think we are not pro AI, but understand maybe there's some responsible use sometimes. Good question.
Yeah.
We'll fix that airplane up on the next version.
Yeah, sure we will. Sure we will.
Boner Jams, why does Menace have control of the Patreon money? He doesn't.
We're doing a full audit. We got you. Don't worry. We're gonna find out what's going on there.
I deserved that new TV in my bedroom.
Yeah. No. How big is that? 65 inches? What would you go with?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's just got MM's picture at Cape Cod as a screensaver. So
pervert.
Perfect. Horn dog alert.
Yeah. Seriously. Sound the fucking alarm.
Anything else you want to get into before we wrap this up?
No, nothing crazy.
Your thorough preparation has done as usual.
Yeah, this is kind of goes on with the AI thing. We were talking about this at dinner as well. What's the last thing that you've been actually excited for technology wise? Because now I got like a new iPhone. Like if I get a new iPhone, I'm excited because it's new, but I'm not like there's nothing that's gonna change. I'm like, okay, it's an iPhone. Maybe it has a better camera. Like what was the last thing that you got like up for technologically? A physical handheld thing or something like that? A computer? Like what was the last time that something that blew your mind is what I'm asking.
Interesting. You give me yours first. I'll think about it.
I think it was probably like iPhones getting like data roaming, like the idea that you don't have to be on Wi-Fi. Whenever that happened, whenever that became like like you didn't have to be on Wi-Fi to have the internet, and you could just be driving and have Spotify going and have whatever YouTube, whatever data roaming happened. It was the iPhone 3 or iPhone 4, whatever the fuck it was. That's when everything changed for I think kids because growing up you couldn't be on your cell phone much at school because there was no internet. I didn't even have a cell phone that had internet up until sophomore year, so. Yeah, I would think that for me is the biggest change is when cell phones became like an everyday, every second you're updating whatever Twitter. It's just now a different world.
Yeah, well, that's a really good one. I am. When iPhones came out, or when phones came out with the camera, you know,
Yeah.
Mick, I'm a visionary because you know what I said?
Hmm.
Who the fuck needs a camera in a phone? This will
Right.
never catch on. This will
Yeah.
never catch on. This is useless. I just want
Right.
my phone to be a phone.
Yeah.
So I was wrong about that.
Yeah, I'd say so.
People want cameras in their phones. I think the thing I was excited about was when you could stream cricket to your phone. When you could just stream cricket all the time. Like I never had to worry about missing another important cricket moment because I could just watch it on my phone. That was when.
That's a good one. I remember when Netflix first became streaming, when they went away from the DVD delivery and they went to streaming. They had such a good catalog because not everything was being shopped around. There was no HBO Max. Like you could get like every show possible. It was so good in the beginning, and now it's like, it's all original content and bullshit like that. Like it used to just be like great shows and good movies.
Oh, I used to love LimeWire, downloading shows straight from the US when they'd air on NBC, like The Office or 30 Rock, and you just rip them. I mean, if anyone's watching, I never did that.
No, of course not. No, never. No. Another one for me was
comedy podcast.
It was Xbox Live. So when I was able to communicate with my friends while playing video games, I can't even tell. Like I wouldn't be friends with who I'm friends with now if it wasn't for that. Because we met kind of through. We would play hours of Call of Duty together in sixth grade, whatever. And you could talk to them directly, like all day. It was just different. It was, I don't know. It was a different level. It was almost like a video games became social. It was like, oh, you can go.
And this is what you were talking about at dinner with MM and Christian.
No, not this specific thing. It was more. No, I don't even know if this was that, but it might have been a different one.
Okay.
Yeah, I just store topics in my brain. Sorry. Go ahead. What do you got? Anything else?
No, not really. But so the 3 days with MM, did you feel like you got closer together? It was like now that you'd been to the Cape and saw where you were from and stuff.
Yeah, definitely. I think anytime someone gets to see the way you live on like a day-to-day, that sort of thing, I think that helps. And just her being around my people, that was big. Like I was very proud of her for the way that she kind of killed it during dinner. Like she was awesome, had everybody laughing, was kind of in on the joke. And if you know MM, she can be a little argumentative. She likes to, try to, but yeah, right. So no, she was very easy to talk to. The conversation was flowing. So she was great. And I definitely feel, I mean, I definitely felt close to her before because I've now been dating her for almost a year. We've hung out a lot, talked
a year. Wow.
Almost. Yeah.
Wow.
Coming up in, I don't know, like September, whatever, August.
She's a massive upgrade on Jess, so your parents must be happy.
I'm not going to comment on any of that. She's great though. She's fantastic. I love you just trying to bait me into stuff. It's just not something a co-host should do. It's unbelievable.
Well, she is an upgrade.
I agree. Yeah, she is.
See, that's what you need to say.
It was good. It was good though. Very good.
What did MM say about Miles Apart? What did she say about me? Did she have any other gossip?
Nothing crazy about you. It was more concern because she was worried about you a little bit. She's like, I hope he's good. She likes you. She's a big fan of you. She loves herself some Menners, but no, she loves this show. She's all in on it, right?
Yeah. Speaking of people who love the show, I don't know if you heard, but saw Freddie Lynn posted. I know it's a KMS person, but he's also, I think, a Miles Apart fan, so we can talk about him. He lost his father not that long ago.
That's sad.
He hadn't said it to anyone, but I think he lost his father quite suddenly, and he had to he did deliver the eulogy. So it was before Laconia when we saw him. Like it was earlier this year, but I don't think he'd revealed it. So, thoughts and prayers to Freddie. It's never easy losing someone. I lost my father suddenly 26 years ago, and very much empathize with what he's going through.
Yeah, R.I.P. Mr. Freddie Lynn. Very sad. Me and Freddie probably don't have the smoothest relationship. He's a little, but certainly wishing the best for him. That's tough. And I don't know if I asked you, does Australia celebrate Father's Day? Is it the same deal?
We do, but it's not at the moment. It's later in the year.
So me not wishing you, because I thought that. I was like, I don't think they celebrate it. Okay, good.
Yeah, but I got a couple of Father's Day messages from people. So I accepted them.
There you go.
Because they won't message me on Australian Father's Day. So,
Well, I'll make sure to do that. That's what I'll
thank
put
you.
in the
I
calendar.
think it's
I
in
got you.
September.
All right. Very good.
All right. What are we doing for Patreon?
You want to do a solo episode?
You want to do solo again?
I think so.
Wow. I don't know if people like that because they want us together, but
Well, if you don't want to, then we don't have to.
let's think about it.
All right. We could think about it.
We'll do something. Well,
Yeah, definitely.
we gave them 2 episodes last week, so
That's what I mean. Well, the reason why is I feel like you can get the ball talking. You know, we can talk about stuff. We can, I don't know. I just feel like the more content, the better. And it's probably easier to plan. But if you want to do, I mean, we did what? What's it? We're going for an hour 40 right now. And we can do another 30 minutes.
we could just cut this up. I could just chop off the last 20 minutes and call it Patreon.
Yeah. Yeah. Whatever you want to do. Yeah.
I'm joking. I wouldn't.
I was just saying, I was like, I don't care. I don't give a shit. I don't think the people will either. But
Look at you.
yeah, I was like, yeah, let's do it. Less work. I'm down. No. Yeah. Well, I guess my point is I kind of did want to record more solo stuff, and I think that's something that.
Well, let's do it this week then. Let's do
All
it
right.
this week. We'll give it another go. Let's make an effort. We'll do a solo week. No brief this week. You can do whatever you want.
Perfect. I like that. Can we have a? I was gonna say I'll save my. I'll save it. That's good. That works.
Yeah. No, like maybe I'll even go through my top 50 takes and just bring the best to the show next week.
Hey,
Really
and listen, I'll tell you what, if you want to, this is something that you should do. You should do an investigative series or something, and you should do it the right way. You know, to make it funny, have a video element to it. That's something I would support. You know, anything creative, I'll support.
Do you want me to? Also, I noticed you didn't do a video on your solo episode, but I guess that was because it was 3 a.m. and you were probably
correct. No, I really did. I drove home. I got home at 10 p.m. that night, dropped MM off at the train station, got home at 10 p.m., went straight to sleep, and then had my alarm set for like 5 a.m. because I was like, I'll record. Boom. Woke up at 3 and was like, you know what? Fuck it. Like, I'll just do this right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think you should take those type of deadlines as seriously from me. Because if yours had gone up a few hours later, like it wouldn't have mattered.
Yeah, and so during that, this was when I realized that you were in a really pissy mood because I asked you, I said, hey, what time do you want to do the Patreons? What time do you want to release them? And you said, mine's already scheduled. I said, okay, that's not what I'm asking. I'm saying, what time do you want them to go out? Like, I saw yours was at 8. Did you want mine to go out at 8? Do you want it? So I ended up just putting it right after because I saw yours was 40 minutes. So like, all right, I'll put mine at 9. But yeah, no, I could tell by the tone of that answer, you probably weren't in a good mood.
Well, I was just annoyed because you can look at the Patreon like it's there. Like you should be always on it. Like,
See,
these
that
are your fans.
right there.
These are your fans as well.
That's the problem, though. Like like, you know who would do that?
I've been sending
my boss would do that. Like my boss would do exactly that. I don't want that.
What?
You know what I mean? Just what you're
Would
doing.
do what? Say that.
What you're doing. Yeah. Check the.
I'm
the
encouraging
Patreon.
you. I'm encouraging you though. I'm like,
But instead of me going rogue, I was collaborative. I said, hey, what do you think? I wasn't trying to, add work for you. I was just seeing what you thought. But yeah, I get what you mean. I can be better at with checking stuff for sure.
Yeah. All righty then. Well, thanks everybody for tuning in to Miles Apart this week. So, I mean, don't forget, rate and review the show on your favorite app. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can support this show in so many ways. You can like this video that will push it up the algorithm. And if you really want to support the show, if you want to be a real fan, you go to our Patreon and you can sign up there for free and you can still be part of the community that's there. Yes. And if you want to sign up for the paid, you can as well. But there's a lot of ways you can support the show. You were saying share it with your friends. Yeah.
Yes.
Share it with your friends. Tell them we will talk about KMS sometimes if Mick approves it. So you're a KMS person, they will get some KMS Mick approved, but they'll get other stuff like Mick talking about when he got his first iPhone.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, how can you miss that? I mean, who would
if
not
we're
want
negotiating, I would have swapped in talking about going to Madawaska for the iPhone discussion. I would have asked for trade.
Okay. I mean, I guess it's not that crazy news. They've been there before. What's next?
I just think it's a long way to go again. Been there, done that. Move on.
Okay. All right. So you're unhappy.
What about
that they're going to Madawaska? You're unhappy about it?
No, I'm not unhappy because it doesn't affect me. I won't be going, but I just think maybe they should do something different. Like people are complaining they're going to Rhode Island. Go to Rhode Island. Like, Madawaska's a long way to drive. One thing that people were saying when I was in Laconia was how much they loved the Socko shows. So,
see, I'm just gonna sound like a hater. A little stale for me. I'll go to them. I'll love them. It's great. I just feel like when it's at a different location, I don't know. I feel like it adds just a different element. I don't know, but obviously I'm more of a fan of the theater. Like I love the theater shows rather than the drive-ins.
Yeah. Okay. And you know what I'm thinking is, for my solo Patreon episode this week, I'm going to do anything but KMS. So we're going to do anything but KMS. It's probably going to be terrible, but it's going to be anything but KMS. You know, maybe do a deep dive into an Amy Poehler episode. I don't know.
There you go. Listen, you got to have, I believe in you. I really do. Yeah. And you think I'm joking here. I'm not. The conversation you brought up about your girl, that sparked a great discussion. We had a good back and forth there. That's what we need more of. We need more personal manners. We need more, I know you can talk KMS. Everybody listening knows you can talk KMS. Well, let's challenge ourselves. Let's come up with new stuff. Let's, rather than just relying on the old shit. We can always go back to it. You and I thought today was what we spent 15 minutes on KMS. That's plenty. That's great.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. All right. I think we've gone long enough.
All right.
Mick, you have a